Hey guys. So, um, if you haven't heard, this is the big bar D-Day exam session. It's not going to be a review, so if you're coming here for a review on law and stuff like that, I advise you strongly to trust the stuff that you already prepared, because there's nothing that I can give you. It's going to give you more insight into the exam. Besides, you can go back to my bar exam prep session that I posted earlier on this page, if you want some review of the law, just to make sure that you're hearing things and putting it in your head. This is for you who have to take this exam in a few days. And it's actually a couple, because I think it's either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I can't remember the exact day, but it's on my heart. So I just share exactly when I feel things, and a lot of the times that's what we need. That's what we need to hear. But I'm not here for just the stuff that you need to hear. I'm here to tell you this: I failed the bar exam in July of 2017. I worked my mother freaking butt off. And I mean, I read every single thing I could. I went through all the questions they told me to. I even had to leave like the in-person class because it just wasn't productive for me. And I actually started on my own and figure it out. I was much more productive at home, things like that. I went through the lessons and all the other stuff. But you know what, guys? It still beat me. It still hurt my feelings when I got my scores back and they said a nice big red letters, "You failed the bar exam." Now, you might not have experienced this yet, because maybe you never experienced a failure. Maybe the bar exam might be have been the first thing you ever failed in life. But when I failed something that was determining whether or not that I could do something that I dreamed of doing my entire life, it rocked my world. It literally made me feel like this small. And what made me feel worse was knowing that I failed the exam, that the names were posted publicly, my name wasn't on it, and all the people who used to make life so difficult for me in school were all checking my Instagram story and my page and looking at my Snapchat and all this other stuff, looking for me to make a post or acknowledge on Facebook or something that I failed. I didn't want to give anybody the satisfaction of knowing that I failed this exam, mainly because I don't like identifying myself as a failure, because I'm not. And a lot of the times in life, we're going to take exams, we're going to go through a process of failure. And I need you to hear this, because you're not listening to me for no purpose. There's a reason why you decided to even click play on this video. There's a reason why I decided to speak it at this time, at this hour, at this place. But we're not here for you to defeat yourself. We're here for us to explain what it feels like to experience defeat when it comes to this exam. And I know that even if you don't quit, you're going to pass, okay? You're going to pass regardless. And, I don't know the time, the place, the hour. But what I will say is, even if you don't fail this exam, you pass this exam, the time commitment, the endless hours of studying, the sacrifices that you had to make to get to this exam, to walk in that door, to even feel remotely confident about what you are about to embark on, is daunting. And it is very overwhelming. And you are not, I repeat, crazy because you feel overwhelmed. You feel frustrated. What I will say is, a lot of people give you advice about what to do in these final days. I'm not going to tell you something that you're used to hearing. Don't you dare put that book down. Don't you dare stop doing those questions. Don't you dare stop writing them essays. Don't you dare start doing that last review. Every second leading up to the test is a time to make yourself sharper. I was studying the night before the test. I was studying the night I went down the day I went down for the test. I was studying in the morning before I went to go take the morning part. I was studying in the middle of the day between lunch and the afternoon part. I was studying after I got home on the first day and getting ready for the next day. And then I did the whole thing over again in the morning. I was studying. And on the middle of the afternoon, I was studying. Keeping yourself sharp. This thing right here, it is hard, okay? But what was hard about it for me was realizing that even though I failed, how to do something different from when I did fail the first time. The first time, I was just like, okay, I gotta get sleep, I gotta get this, I've done what I need to do, I've laid it down on the track, and I feel very confident in this. I might review a few things, but I ain't doing no extra strenuous stuff. On that day and time, I was positive. I was positive that I was good. I was confident. And y'all, I didn't miss the bar by that many points, but I missed it. A fail is a fail. It don't matter if you was within 1 point. It don't matter if you was within 25 points. It don't matter if you was within 150 points. It don't matter. And the issue is always going to be your own drive in yourself to have this confidence, because I don't know if you failed, but I can tell you from somebody who has failed, you feel this little. And don't let you fail more than once. More than once. Your head goes to all sorts of crazy places. And I would admit, some of that stuff there's some studies in that, in the sense that it's stacked a certain way. But at the end of the day, you got this. Everything that's in you, everything that you are pushing yourself to do, everything that's on your mind, you're on the same path as everybody else. And just because your name wasn't on that list that year that you took it, and just because you've had a very, very difficult process, doesn't mean that the February 2019 exam is not for you. It is for you if you put your heart, you put your soul, and you leave it all on the line. And even if God don't bless this one, I promise you He's bringing you closer. And I can't make very many promises. I can't promise I speak passing into all of y'all's spirits. I really do. But I want you to be very, very aware of what's going to go on. You're going to feel very, very, very unconfident. Do something. Get yourself confident. You got to go get your hair done, whatever you got to do. If you got to go get a fresh cut, go get a fresh cut. If you got to go find your nicest outfit and get that and bring that down there with you. You got to wear a damn suit. I don't care what you got to do. Okay? You work on that confidence. You make sure that everything that is in you, even though you know that you can't know everything because it's impossible, I need you to be walking in that room with the breed of confidence that you feel when you walked across that graduation stage and got your JD, and your mama and whoever was there was out there just cheering for you, and you could just hear them louder than the day you was born. Okay? I need you to be that positive about your confidence for this exam, because this exam is not going to tell you be confident. There's not going to be like a little mantra on it that says be confident when you get there. Nobody's going to say, hey, be confident, be confident, be confident, trust yourself, trust all this work that you've been doing. The other part is don't forget your strategy, okay? It's a strategy to this, okay? This ain't no play game. This ain't no I'll just see what happens, that might be for some folks, but it's not for you. You've been fighting, okay? You've been fighting every day to do this exam. You've been fighting every day to take this exam and learn exactly what you need to make that P a reality, okay? Don't take it to mean like I have to stop. Don't take it to mean that I have to put off, I can't know everything, all the other. This exam right here has a strategy to it, okay? Ain't no way that they can outdo you. If you study these people, if you study the model answers, if you're studying all the stuff that NCBEX puts out there, puts out there, you will get a pattern. You will pick up on the pattern. And once you pick up on the pattern, you will develop a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, get that strategy down. For MBE, it's just more and more practice. For MPT, it's just more and more practice. For MEE, it's just more and more practice. And what are you learning? It's just more and more practice. But you got to get that information and commodify it and then boil it down. And then be able to add the fluff as you see facts pop out from the case when you're writing. And then when you're reading those multiple choice questions, you are eliminating all the way down to the final two. Okay, you need to be eliminating. You're playing the elimination game. You're not playing the I found the right answer right away game. You're finding, why is this wrong? Boom. Why is this wrong? Boom. Get it down to two. Then be like, okay, educated guess from these two if I don't know. But if I don't know, I'm going to apply what I know about this law the best way that I can. And the only way you do that is the more practice you get in each subject. And you need to focus in on these subjects, okay? If you've been struggling in one of those subjects, okay, do those problems. Do some problems. Do problems, okay? Don't take any time off. I was doing about, I told you, like 200 questions. Okay, so I was doing about 105 questions around this time the nights before. 105 questions. Multiple choice questions. I'm just trying to keep my mind sharp. You got to keep your mind sharp. And every bar exam program will tell you to keep your mind sharp. Do some questions. On the morning of the MBE, do like 10 questions. Do as many questions as you can get done, okay? Do as many questions as you can get done the night before. Wake up in the morning, do some questions. Go to lunch, do some questions. Keep yourself on your A game, okay? And then when it comes to the essay, make sure you got that stuff cold, okay? Because you can't bring nothing in. You can't bring nothing in. Also, go ahead and pack your bag. Get that Ziploc bag full of the stuff that you can bring. Make sure you check the rules again. Every district is not as strict. You know, some folks can get in with a lot of other stuff. You just make sure you following the rules. Less stress for you, less wondering, and you won't be like that girl when I was the L.S.T who tried to bring in a paper license and she was about to get rejected and told no. Okay, bring what the heck they asking for. Don't make it more complicated. You don't want to have that type of issue. If you're having a computer issue, if you're worried about computer issues, be prepared with some blue books, okay? Because you may have to write this exam. And I'm saying that because that happened to a good many of people on my February 2018 exam. I had to watch some people have to write this exam, and I almost had to write the exam. But you know what? If your mindset is prepared for anything, if you say, you know what, God, I'll write the exam, if you just get rid of that spirit of stubbornness, okay, because some shit can go wrong, okay? Be prepared for anything. That is what this exam is really going to do for you, is knowing that you have to be prepared for anything. Anything can happen, okay? Anything can happen. You know, your whole yelling session could start. Somebody could say something to you the wrong way and just set you off and throws your mind off. You could hear the wrong thing. And also, earplugs are godsend. Don't talk to nobody, okay? Don't talk to nobody. And if you are talking to somebody who you studied with or whatever, keep words very minimal, okay? You don't need to take in nobody else's excess energy at this point in time. This point in time is about you. This ain't about you and nobody else. You don't need no damn friends there. Ain't no socialization hour. That's not what this is for. If this is an exam that you're trying to beat and you've been trying to beat it for a while, or even if this is your first time taking this exam but you are tired, you know, everyone take this shit again, let me tell you, this is not about the time for socialization. This is not the time to bond and be like, hey, I know you because we go to school. Your ass need to be studying. You need to be studying. You need to be studying. You need to be studying. So I'm just telling you this because I don't want you to, you know, believe that anybody else, and people are going to look at you strange, okay? They looked at me so weird. I was over there at breakfast getting my little food, pulled my food up, had my headphones in, kind of like now, and I had my headphones in and I was just gone. I was just listening to what the law was. I was just listening to me repeat, because I had recorded myself the night before saying all the black letter law for every single topic and every single possible buzzword that could come up. And I was just listening to that on repeat. When I went to sleep, when I woke up, when I went to sleep, when I woke up. In lunch hour, I was just listening to it. Keep myself fresh. They don't understand what I'm doing. Nobody understands what you're doing, but this ain't about them. This is about you. This is about you besting that exam. And you can only do that if you look within you like, you know what, it's not about no friends. This is about me just doing the shit. Okay? And I'm sorry I'm cursing a lot, y'all, but I just need y'all to understand from a real perspective, this is a hard exam. You are going to have to motivate yourself. And everything that you're doing, everything that you're working towards, everything that you've been fighting to become, it's all of it is about your inner confidence, your strategic strategy, the way that you refuse toxic energy. And then the last one is about making sure that your mindset for this exam is always a mindset of adaptability, positivity, and if I don't know it, I'm a freaking make it up or make something up that sounds as best as I can to the law that I know. Okay, because there was a exam question. I promise you're going to get essay question. You're going to get a MPT. You're going to get something. And you'll be like, man, I don't even know this shit. Fake it till you make it, okay? Once you develop a writing strategy, once you decided how to put it all together, how to fill out all the outlines for your writing, you just go. You just go, okay? Because your writing strategy will not fail you, okay? But if you don't have a writing strategy, you just writing just to write, you just decided, you want to argue it, don't lose your form. Don't lose your structure. Keep the structure. Keep the argument. Keep that mindset of how you've been developing your writing. Look at the time. Keep time very, very well. Don't ever, okay? Because this does happen. Don't lose time, okay? And if you're losing time on your essays and all that other stuff, just keep in mind every single essay needs to have words on it. And not 2 or 3 sentences. Every single essay needs to have an essay. Every single MPT needs to have an MPT. As best as you can, completely filled, okay? It's no point in you losing points because you didn't finish, okay? That's just not it. So focus on putting that negative energy towards finishing. And give yourself deadlines. And also, outlining saves you so much time. Outlining saves more time than you can even imagine. You have to outline. You have to do it. Okay? Do not waste your time by trying to write some stuff just because you know the law and you feel like you can outline that shit. Okay? It saves you so much time. Point, under here, therefore, whatever you got to do, rule, application, principle, whatever you have to do. Okay? Do not forget structure. They love structure. Go read the model answers. Go look at how they introduce the law, what words they use to introduce the law. Go look at how they introduce the facts that they want you to pull from the case. Go look at how they introduce the conclusion they want you to draw. And then mimic it. Get it to a point where you're perfecting it. And if you have Kaplan, because I had Kaplan LSAT prep, they grade those answers, okay? They ain't grading it no more, okay? But what I'm saying is, as you're preparing for the bar, you're getting really, really freaked out and all this other stuff, overwhelmed. Kaplan LSAT prep, they will actually give you feedback, real-time feedback of what you're missing, until you finally understand what you're getting and what you're not getting. But do those subjects, turn those essays in. Unlimited essay feedback or essay grading is an amazing feature to have. So keep that in mind. Then also, this ain't a fun exam, okay? This ain't like your law school exams where you guys can really just have fun, okay? It's not. It's not fun. Okay, it's a very exhausting exam. You are very exhausted after each and every session. You are very exhausted after each and every day. You're exhausted before you even take this exam. So don't go in here thinking, oh, we're going to have fun. It's not like law school. In law school, your teachers are actually kind of fun and you kind of like them and they make stuff up. These people are looking for majority law if you're in a UB state. They're looking for majority law, and they're looking for you to give it to them quick, fast, and dirty, but make sure that you understand they want a bunch of law in there. They want you to really, really see the facts that they're talking about and use the points that they want you to make, and then they want you to draw a conclusion. They don't even care about what your conclusion is. They really more so care about how you put the law in there, and then how you put the facts in there, and the way that you introduce them, and how you are able to argue the counter if you need to. Like, they care about that stuff. So you go pay attention and you get it done. Okay? Don't worry about it being fun and it being... Every exam ain't gonna be fun. Okay? Some exams are just hard. Okay? And this exam is just hard. The last thing I can tell you about the exam, not the essay portion, but the MBE portion. If you walk out that MBE portion think you got everything right, you probably got a lot of things wrong. Don't walk out the MBE portion thinking that they give you like 25 experimental questions, okay? They're not going to be graded. They're the hardest questions ever. You will think that all the answers were wrong because you can't predict, and it's just so confusing. Don't let those trip you up, and don't also let yourself believe that the ones that you took that you didn't get were the experimental questions, because that's not going to help you either, because you could get all the experimental questions wrong and 25 more wrong, then you only got 50 out of 100. So keep that in mind. It ain't all kicks and giggles. It's really, really, really difficult. And you don't want to shortchange yourself by saying, well, I got free points. It's not free points, okay? You try just as hard as you do with the unexperimental questions. You just keep trying. And if it don't seem like a right answer, remember the strategy. 2 eliminations, 50-50, pick one. Okay, you'll have much better success and odds of getting the right answer if you use that strategy, as opposed to, I don't know the answer, I'm going to just try and I'm going to put something down, because you got to put something down. Don't do that. Okay, just don't do that. Lastly, if you know anything about me, anything, I hate standardized testing. Absolutely hate it. But I know it's necessary at this point for you to be able to get your license. That's just the real dog truth. If you feel like this exam is too hard, or you're not understanding fully, or you can't develop a strategy, do not be ashamed to ask for a tutor. Okay? Because this advice is going to go beyond just today. Don't be ashamed to ask for a tutor. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Don't be ashamed to go listen to some podcasts. Don't be ashamed to do any of that stuff. But I hate standardized testing. But it's how this exam works. It's what determines whether or not you get your license. And until they change that, you're with this exam. So don't try to logically apply anything to it. Be that person. Be the person who just gets up there and they do what they need to do. It is unfair, okay? It is stacked, okay? 33% of the people who took the exam when I took it in February 2018 passed the exam. That means about 67% of the people who took that exam did not pass that exam. And of the people from my school who were the repeat takers, I was the only one who passed, according to the stats. I don't really know. But at the end of the day, that is some crazy numbers. But God shows you that what is for you for a reason. Because if I looked at those statistics first before I looked at the dang pass list, I'd be like, oh, no, that wasn't me. Okay? And the last thing I'm going to tell you is, this is going to be hard for you to hear. Me and God had a real deal talk. It was night before the exam. I was on a walk. I had to take myself for a walk around the track because I needed to clear my head. Because this is stressful. And I said, you know what, God? Even if you have me have to come down there and take this exam again, I'll do it. I'll do it because I know that when I pass, it's going to be on your terms and on your will and not my own. Do not take this path saying, I work so hard, I work so hard, I work so hard. And if God does not grant that request for this session, do not take that, internalize it to mean that God didn't mean for you to pass, okay? Because it's so easy. It's so easy. And people don't make you feel much better about it. They're just like, oh, what did you do wrong? It's not I did anything wrong. It just wasn't the time. For whatever reason, it wasn't the time. If I had that door open then, I would have missed this, and this. Just take it as that just wasn't your door. That just wasn't your door. I try to tell people, and this is what I keep telling them, your name is on the list already. In invisible ink. You just need to find the right set of conditions to reveal it. You just need to find the right set of conditions to reveal it. God has a big plan for you, and it doesn't include you not being successful. It doesn't. He just doesn't want you not to be successful. Now, that don't matter what you did. It don't matter how bad you studied or how great you studied. There's some folks that didn't study. Pretty sure. He done blessed anyways. Okay? So it ain't about the work ethic you put in. Mind you should put in some. It's about your time and when it's supposed to happen for you. So keep that all in mind. Keep it in mind, and don't let anything in. Don't let anything in that would otherwise have you question your own self-worth. That's really hard, okay, y'all? It's really hard. But don't let anything in that's going to have you question your self-worth. You are so valuable, okay? You need to walk in there confident. You need to get that strategy together. You need to block that toxic stuff. And you really are going to have to own it. You're going to have to own it, okay? You can't half-ass yourself. You can't take some time off. You own it all the way until, okay? This is your time. This is your time. And don't you ever let anybody make you feel like if you failed this exam, you are like dumb, stupid, whatever. Don't ever let anybody make you feel that way. And if you make you feel that way, you tell yourself to shut up. It's not that. That's that dumb shit. This is what you tell yourself. You look yourself in the mirror, the phone, whatever you got to do, and be like, stop. That's that dumb shit. Okay? We not a failure. Okay? We just didn't get it that time. Okay? It's coming. And you just keep on amping yourself up. And you have to. Because we are so harmful to ourselves sometimes with our own negative self-talk, our own doubt, our own punishing ourselves for making mistakes, errors, and being human. Okay? Life just sometimes happens and it's not on our terms. But that's the best kind of stuff. You know? When, the book did really well after a few months, that's God. Me, I'm over here just hoping and praying that one soul listens and reads this book. The book got over 100 people out here reading it now. And it's going to be more. But what I will tell you is that none of that book, none of that other stuff would be possible had I just internalized what immediate success looks like. And that's sometimes what we do. We think it's immediate success, and if we don't get immediate success, that means we're not talented. You are brilliant. You are talented. You have so much to give this world. And if you dream of being a lawyer, if you dream about it, okay, this is something you just wanted to do, and it just really shell-shocked you when you didn't pass, or when you was trying to study for this for the first time. You dreamed of it. And if you can conceive it, you can achieve it, okay? If it is a thought in your head, you can achieve it. You can. Stop listening to them. You can. Stop. Turn it off. Say stop. Just say stop to yourself, to whoever is saying no. Any negative energy, just say stop. That's not welcome here. Stop. That's not welcome here. This is your time. And I want you to walk in there confident. Okay? Because at the end of the day, those pass lists, they published and then they're gone. And then you're an attorney. And then life starts all over again and you all over confused. Okay? And it's coming. Your confusion time is coming. You come right on over here and be confused with me as we embark on this solo mission. Okay? If you decide to do solo work. But I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I don't care if nobody else is cheering you on. I'm rooting for you. I want you to win. And if and when you do win, I'm here for your success. I'm here for it. So I just needed you guys to know that. I needed you to know that. I know y'all listen to it later. I know you might subscribe on our YouTube channel. It's crazy, okay? It's crazy the amount of things that you can do when you just continually believe and decide that negative self-talk of what if it don't turns to what if it do? What if it do work out? What if you do pass? What if you are a lawyer? What you gonna do? How you gonna decorate your office? Start asking those questions. Open your eyes. It's coming. It's coming. You just gotta claim. Gotta claim that. Then you gotta be that. And then you gotta own it. Because it's coming. But I'll say thank you for listening, guys. I don't have my tea today. I have water. Working on being more hydrated. We do have an event coming up this week. It's on Thursday. It's the Becoming by Michelle Obama book club. And y'all, again, over 600 folks interested in this whole event. So, this is just something I conceived of in my head and made a reality. All 600 people are definitely better not come because I got to kick them out. But my point is, you are that person. You got this, okay? So come 3:30 to 5:30 because you'll be done with that exam. So if you're here in Alabama, Hoover Public Library, and we will be talking about the Becoming by Michelle Obama book. Got some insights. I got some insights for y'all, and I know y'all ready to talk about it and you itching. So come on down, let's talk. But my folks taking a bar. I love you. I salute you. You got this. I believe in you. Peace, love, and know this. Dear future lawyer, it's for you. Because you're coming. You're going to be passing that bar now. And you're going to write your story. Make it plain. Thank you.